promoting fights. I gotta start promoting fights because these dudes, man, like, I don't know what's going on, how it's gonna happen, but I gotta put two people in the ring, him and Shakur, man. I'm waiting for, you know.
No, you know what you gotta do? You should have told him, you should have took the money that I offered him. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't offer somebody else the same thing, right?
But I'm just saying, you can.
No. Did he just offer somebody the same thing I offered him?
But I'm just saying, he's a different caliber fight.
Did he, yes or no?
All right, well, when y'all gonna make it happen? You keep talking about the money. Like, when we gonna do this? Because I'm trying to see who gonna, you know what I mean, what's gonna happen.
The world wanna see it.
When they gonna see it? Is y'all ever gonna fight, or is y'all gonna wind up in different weight classes?
You know, tune in December 9th. I got to fight.
Okay, I like that. I like this finesse.
And then we go from there.
Where you fighting at?
San Francisco. We bringing it back home to the Bay.
Now, I just want to say the last fight, Lomachenko, I witnessed that you did a move that I taught you. Like, how did you remember that move?
No, I did a few moves you taught. That's what they don't know. That
they don't know I be training you. I've trained all these fighters, all your favorite fighters. I train them. But listen, $1 million worth of game, promotion. We gonna go get the bag. We gonna bust both of you. We gonna bust you and Shakur down, and we gonna figure this fight out. Huh? It's going down. Game time, baby. Going down.
That was Devin Haney running to Wallow, where he responded to Shakur Stevenson by telling Shakur, "You turned down the same exact offer you sent Frank Martin." Basically, Shakur went as far as calling Frank Martin the biggest P, the biggest B in the world, for turning down $1 million for the vacant WBC belt at the lightweight division when they are both contenders. However, with the same breath, Shakur Stevenson tried his best to justify turning down approximately $8 million, according to his own team, to fight Devin Haney for Undisputed. Now, before I play the clip on $1 million worth of game of Shakur Stevenson responding to why he turned down $8 million to fight Devin Haney for Undisputed, I want you guys to remember one thing. Because Gilly, on the episode, he said the media had put out the news that Shakur turned down $8 million to fight Devin Haney. No. We're not going to do that. We're going to put things in perspective. Clearly, Gilly is repeating what Shakur said on Twitter. But that's not the truth. The truth is, it was Shakur Stevenson's own team that came out and said Shakur turned down approximately $8 million to fight Devin Haney for Undisputed because we'd rather make 16 to 20 million against Devin Haney next year or a few years from now. This is what Shakur Stevenson's own team said. Antonio Leonard Promotions, aka Shakur Stevenson Promotional Company. This is not what the media said. This is what Shakur Stevenson's own promotional company, his own team said, out of their own mouth. So I'm about to play the clip of Shakur pretending as if he doesn't know where this news of the $8 million came from, as if the media was making it up when it was Shakur Stevenson's own team who said it. This wasn't Devin Haney who said it. This wasn't Bill Haney who said it. This wasn't me who said it, nor the media. This was Shakur Stevenson's own team. And I'm going to play that clip, the $8 million clip of Antonio Leonard Promotions' son, when he was talking about the Devin Haney versus Shakur Stevenson negotiations. I'm going to play that clip at the end of this video. And I'm going to also leave a link for that video in the comment section below. So check it out.
But hold on, but they put it in the media that they offered you 25%.
And that's a lie. Well, no, they did offer me.
Okay.
That's true.
They put it in the media. I don't know if they put it in the media. I ain't gonna want to say that. I'm gonna say it was in the media. Right. It was in the media. That's why we're gonna straighten it out now. That they gave you 25%. And that 25% would have came out to be more money than you ever made. That was the reports in the media.
And they put a specific number out there too.
Like 8 million.
Exactly. They say 8 million.
I see everything.
So if it was 8 million, right? How much would he have made?
Let me ask you a question.
32 million.
Right. All right.
30. It would have been what? 32, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. 32 million. Now they got 8.
Or
right?
24 million.
Whatever it was.
Yeah. Because if he giving you 25,
cool,
he taking
it.
You're
right. Smart man. But look. 24, you think he was making $24 million versus me? Top Rank is doing the fight. Top Rank is doing the fight. How in the world would I be, if I was offered 8 million, I'm jumping. Jump, quick. Come on. 8 million, let's do it. Set it up.
You know what this is what I wonder.
There's lies. There's so many lies.
No doubt in your mind. I'm gonna flip it up. No doubt in your mind. You get in the ring, you beating Devin Haney. Now is another one after that.
Let me ask you a question then. I'm gonna answer your question with a question. Do you have two eyes?
Yes.
Can you pay attention to boxing? Look at him and look at me.
I actually got three. I got third eye, but that's another story. But I'm gonna say
look
this.
at him and look at me though. I'm a way better fighter than him. He's not on my level.
Now I'm gonna say this. If you know you're a better fighter than him, I know money is money. You got money. You got a bag. You're not broke. Why not say, you know what? I'm gonna take that to beat your ass and take your hope.
I didn't say no. I went to another direction.
Word to my man Dante. The worst weapon in the world is a microphone and a camera. Shakur basically told his own team that they are liars. Antonio Leonard Promotions, aka Shakur Promotional Company. Then Shakur says he will fight Devin Haney in a heartbeat for $8 million. However, with the next breath, Shakur said the 75-25% split offer was a lowball offer. That's why he turned it down in a heartbeat and offered Frank Martin the same exact split. Listen, on a serious note, Shakur Stevenson needs to have a serious conversation with his own team. You know you're looking bad when you and your own team are on different pages in different books. This is how Shakur is looking right now. Why is Shakur mad at the media for reporting what Shakur and his own team said out of their own mouth? 1 minute Shakur says the 75-25% offer from Devin Haney was a lowball offer. That's why he turned it down. The next minute Shakur says he didn't turn down the Devin Haney fight. The offer wasn't real. Basically, Devin Haney didn't send Shakur anything. But it was Shakur Stevenson who told the world, including the media, that he turned down the Devin Haney undisputed fight because Devin Haney sent him a 75-25% split. So, make up your mind. Which one is it? There are too many contradictions by Shakur. Shakur needs to stick to one reason, one excuse to why he turned down the Devin Haney fight. I mean, you can't have it both ways. He's really confusing me. If Devin Haney didn't send Shakur an offer, then what the heck did Shakur turn down? According to his own self on Twitter, he said, "You know I wasn't gonna fight you for that 25%. So this is not making any sense by Shakur, since it was Shakur who broke the news on Twitter that he rejected the 75-25% split Devin Haney sent him. Now, unless Shakur got hacked on Twitter and got cloned for a couple months, he can justify all of these contradictions by his own self. However, if not, this is another example of the worst weapon in the world is a microphone and a camera. The media is only reporting what Shakur and his own team said out of their own mouth. So if Shakur disagrees with his own team, he needs to have a serious sit down with his own team in order to be on the same page. Shakur was all over the place trying to figure out the source behind the $8 million he turned down against Devin Haney, when all along, the source was Shakur Stevenson's own team. The irony of it all. Then Shakur said the fight basically has to generate $32 million for me and Devin Haney to get paid that type of money. So who's gonna offer that money? Bob Arum is not gonna offer that money. And this is more of a reason why Shakur needs to be on the same page with his own team. Because when Antonio Leonard Promotions was talking about the negotiations between Devin Haney and Shakur, he never said the $8 million Shakur was gonna make was guaranteed before the fight. That's not what he was saying. What Antonio Leonard Promotions were saying is that Shakur was approximately gonna make $8 million after the pay-per-view. The money was gonna come from the pay-per-view money, not a guaranteed purse from Bob Arum. Basically, Antonio Leonard Promotions were projecting that the fight between Devin Haney and Shakur was gonna sell approximately $500,000 to $600,000 on pay-per-view, which, if that's the case, Shakur was gonna make approximately $8 million to $10 million, which Shakur team approximate pay-per-view projection is very realistic. I totally agree with them. Like I said before, if you think about it, Gervonta have never sold more than 300K on pay-per-view. Before the Ryan Garcia fight, Gervonta have always did less than 300K on pay-per-view. Ryan, on the other hand, has never fought on pay-per-view until he fought Gervonta. Now, when they came together, two big names, they sold 1.4 million on pay-per-view and generated over 100 million in revenue. On the other hand, Devin Haney, on his first fight on pay-per-view, Devin Haney did close to Gervonta pay-per-view numbers before he fought Ryan. Devin Haney did more than half of Gervonta pay-per-view numbers, if not close to them. He sold 190,000 on pay-per-view. Shakur, on the other hand, has never fought on pay-per-view. However, he is a big name. So if Devin Haney and Shakur fight each other and only produce half of the numbers Gervonta and Ryan produced, they can sell up to 700,000 on pay-per-view. So let's say, worst case scenario, they sold 500,000 on pay-per-view. Guess what? That would mean Shakur would make 8 million or more against Devin Haney. This is how Antonio Leonard Promotions were calculating Shakur's salary from that 25%. You're welcome, Shakur. So if Shakur Stevenson still disagrees with his own team, he needs to have this debate and this talk in private with his own team, not the media. Moreover, when Shakur said he didn't turn down the Devin Haney fight, well, rejected it, refused it, or turned down, it's all the same thing. But Shakur said the difference between him and Frank Martin is he went the mandatory route with Devin Haney.
If you know you're a better fighter than them, I know money is money. You got money. You got a bag. You're not broke. Why not say, you know what? I'm going to take that to beat your ass and take your hope.
I didn't say no. I went to another direction because that's the twist narrative because they only focus on one thing. I went another direction. I said, okay, I'm going to enforce the WBC to do their job. So I enforced my mandatory. Once I enforced my mandatory, this man gave up the belt and moved up to 140. Who is ducking who? I didn't say, okay, I hear y'all little offer, cool, I'm going to just go this route. I'm going to go this way. I do that, and then this man moves up to 140. I can't control what this man do. I can't control what other fighters do. Y'all clearly see there's a million people that don't want to fight me. There's a million fighters that don't want to get in the ring with me.
Is it frustrating sometimes, or do you ever say to yourself, I'm not going to get that big fight I deserve?
It's stressful. It's very stressful and frustrating because this is what I do for a living. I do this every day of my life. I love boxing. So at the end of the day, it's stressful, it's frustrating.
However, the part he left out is that you can't go the mandatory route to fight for Undisputed. For example, if the WBC ordered Devin Haney to fight Shakur for a 70-30 split, that would mean Shakur is only going to fight for the WBC title, not the IBF, the WBA, and the WBO. None of the other 3 to 4 titles are going to be on the line. The only title that's going to be on the line against Devin Haney if Shakur went the mandatory route is the WBC title. However, when Devin Haney sent Shakur the 75-25% split offer, that was for Undisputed, for all of the belts, not just the WBC. So why would Devin Haney sacrifice to make lightweight only to defend the WBC title, but not all of his other titles? What's the point of him being undisputed then? He's not leveraging his position. Devin Haney is the A-side in this equation. Even Shakur admitted it. But with the same breath, Shakur also said he wants 50-50 with the undisputed A-side Devin Haney. Shakur is not keeping the same energy with Gervonta. Peep game. Shakur is being so respectful towards Gervonta. He's saying things like, it's all up to Gervonta. He's the shot caller. He's the one that's going to make me the offer. I can't make him the offer. Well, the same thing applies to Devin Haney. If Shakur want to fight for Undisputed, he has to accept Devin Haney's offer. He can't tell Devin Haney what to do, nor request 50-50 when he's clearly the B-side. To make matters worse, Shakur said the Gervonta fight is for the money, but the Devin Haney fight It's for the legacy. It's for all of the belts. However, the irony of it all, Shakur turned down the legacy undisputed fight with Devin Haney for his biggest payday up to this date of approximately $8 million, according to Shakur's own team. I mean, how is Shakur gonna try to justify turning down his biggest legacy fight for his biggest payday, but with the same breath, call Frank Martin a duck for turning down his biggest payday of $1 million? Shakur want to talk about Frank's salaries, but he doesn't want to reveal his own salaries, which we all know why. If he does, he's going to end up exposing himself for turning down the Devin Haney fight for his biggest payday. This is why Shakur is keeping his salaries a mystery, because he knows the Devin Haney fight would have been by far his biggest payday. This is how we know Shakur is not being sincere when he speaks on Devin Haney and Gervonta, because he says Gervonta is going to be the toughest fight and the biggest fight for me. But if Shakur truly believed that, then why didn't he get the Devin Haney fight out of the way? Why it seems like Shakur is saving Devin Haney for last, just like everyone else. Ryan, Tio, and Gervonta. Especially when TMT told Shakur he's not bringing enough to the table to fight Gervonta. So if Shakur is not bringing enough to the table, why is Shakur not fighting Devin Haney for undisputed in order to bring more to the table, to speed up the process to fight Gervonta, since that's the fight he wants? We all know what time it is. The only logical explanation is that Shakur prefers to fight Gervonta because he believes that's an easier fight stylistically than Devin Haney. That's why he's saving Devin Haney for last, just like everyone else, when he could have gotten the Devin Haney fight first, for undisputed at that too, with the facts being laid out. Remember one thing, all of the facts I mentioned came out of Shakur's own mouth and his own team. So if you guys want to argue, go argue with them. Therefore, drop your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe below. And to be continued on the next episode of Akhi TV. Peace out. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Prerogative and discretion to go off that advice, but he could have took the offer. Because a lot of you guys say
let me ask you this, man.
A lot of you guys say he wants to fight everyone, but like, bro, there was an offer for Warrington that he also didn't take.
Let me ask you this, Ness. All right, if Shakur fights him now, right, this year, right, and let's say, just a rough estimate, he would get that 25%, let's say $8 million, right? If he fights him next year, he can make 16, close to $20 million.
So why ruin the relationship if you never really wanted to fight him?
He does want to fight him. Who are you talking about, Shakur?
Absolutely. You're saying, why fight him now for 8 when we could fight him next year for 16? So I'm saying, so then why tell everybody he's ducking? Why send bottles? Why ruin the relationship that